And nice enough second up, just not sharp enough for the 1400, so the 1600 will suit. And then Kronenbourg, who had a very similar to run to Savileo, may have even had been on a slower lane on the other side of that crown too, so maybe more merit to that run than Savileo's, and does have half kilo weight difference. So 7, 5, 1 and 2 as we get a market update from yourself, Don.
See him on the television. He takes a button down on his
so he's
shirt.
3 buttons down at the moment, so plenty of chest exposed. If Kronenbourg wins, he'll be 4 buttons down. And by the time, if Dramatica happens to salute, well, there'll be no shirt left. He'll be buttonless.
Well, they're backing him here. He's been a little bit costly since coming from New Zealand, Kronenbourg. Remember, one day something happened in the gates where he dislodged Ben Thompson, and a couple of times he's missed the kick. But he's got a good barrier today. Jimmy Orman in the saddle. He's fit, coming through that Thorpe run where he finished alongside Savileo, who's also been backed here, $7.50 into $6, these two, the 1 and the 2. Nothing between them last start, so good support for them. But Kiana and I are sticking with number 7 here, Lady Masquerade. Bit of a tendency to get a bit keen sometimes, but I think Laurie's booked the right jockey here in Andrew Madden. He's got really good soft hands, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly does. And I like that she's sort of just flattened out now at that $8 mark. She hasn't drifted too much. Okay, there's only a few more to take their place here for the running of race number 5. Our quaddie kicks off in race number 6, but for now we'll head upstairs to Josh Fleming.
Rider respectively here in Brisbane. Now Murrajong Road's walked up. Lady Masquerade about to move in with Kedgis and Chance at Midnight and Sparky Girl, Kronenbourg and Enunciation. So 5 to come up. Beautiful fine day, only about 19, 20 degrees, I'd reckon. Be about 13 degrees, I think, at kick-off tonight. So beautiful, fine, clear day. Will cool off a wee bit for this evening. Now, Kronenbourg, Enunciation, Chance at Midnight and Sparky Girl to move in. Kronenbourg, a well-tried favourite, down to 330. Kedgis at 380. Savileo well backed into 550. Now, Kronenbourg about to move in. And Sparky Girl and Chance at Midnight to go forward and will be right to run. Sky Racing Handicap, race number 5, and Chance at Midnight, Sparky Girl. Sparky Girl going in. Jane, his wife, Bob in the head, barrier 1. Kronenbourg in 2. Chance at Midnight going into line. Kronenbourg's on the hop. Red light, though, blinking away. Stand by, they're racing. Kronenbourg away fairly. Jane, his wife, away better. Classique El Handy. Savileo drifting back as Chance of Midnight presses on. Likewise, Enunciation. Trapped out Sparky Girl. Getting a long way back. Flash Prince over on the outside of Murrajong Road. Kedgis will balance up second last, and Lady Masquerade at the rear. So Chance at Midnight's taken over, kicked away by 2 lengths now. Second, Kronenbourg, and third now, Jane, his wife. Enunciation, fourth the outside. 3 lengths to Classique El Savileo. 3 wide, Sparky Girl, Murrajong Road. Flash Prince on the outside, Lady Masquerade, and Kedgis is last on the fence, about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. So Chance at Midnight by length and a quarter. Second, Kronenbourg, and 2 lengths away, third, Jane, his wife, and fourth the outside is Enunciation. No luck, Sparky Girl, 3 wide. Around Savileo and Classique El the fence, and further back to Flash Prince outside Murrajong Road. Going forward, Lady Masquerade. Second last out, 3 wide in Kedgis. Still last of all. Chance at Midnight, 600 metres left to run. In front by just just over 2 lengths now. Second, Kronenbourg. Third's Enunciation. Fourth, the inside, Jane, his wife, and Savileo. Further back to Sparky Girl, who's been wide. Classic Gal, the inside, and Kedges is still last at the 350 metre marker. Chance at Midnight in front, but looming up as Kronenbourg. Enunciation running home. Jane, his wife, the inside, and Classic Gal back behind those, and further back on the field there to Murrajong Road. Kronenbourg has taken over and kicked away. Running home as Enunciation with 100 metres left to go. Murrajong Road, Savileo down the outside, but Kronenbourg in front near the line, and Kronenbourg's won from Enunciation. Savileo, Murrajong Road, Classic Gal, Kedges and Flash Prince. Jane, his wife, Chance at Midnight, Lady Masquerade, and Sparky Girl at the rear. Kronenbourg.
Well, he began okay for him today, Kronenbourg, by his standards, and he was just put in the great spot. Is there anything that this team can't do? Gollan and Orman, and he's been able to get this guy home by a length. Enunciation getting second, and then we had Savileo up to third, ahead of Murrajong Road by the looks of it, then Classic Gal. So Kronenbourg, an ex-Kiwi, he's a 4-year-old by Vadamos. And he'd only won the one race since coming here, and that his form had been a little bit topsy-turvy due to various reasons, but he has put his best hoof forward today. Persuader in the right hand, encouraging him to do his best, and he gets the money for the second time in 9 starts. So we'll have those completed placings for you in a moment, but it certainly has been the Gollan Orman no-diff show today, Kian.
Yeah, it certainly has. I wish I followed him through onto this one too. So on the semaphore board, I can see 2, 3, 1, 6, and 11 has run in for 5th. But yeah, as you said, he's finally knocked over a win since joining the Gollan stable, and it's been a little bit topsy-turvy, but beautiful, beautiful run from barrier 2, just in behind the speed that Chance at Midnight injected, and he's been able to finish the race off nicely. Sorry, Baylor, I was just having a look at your buttons. Well done, great day.
It's been really good. Really good to see this horse sort of back in the winner's stall. He's been so unlucky this prep. Obviously, dislodged a jockey his first up run from a spell. Then he ran good at Ipswich. Then he was a late scratching at Ipswich. Then he went to 1800 and he pulled too hard. And then he was back and he had to come wide at Caloundra when the rail was out 10, and you just can't do that. So look, probably not ideal him sort of being outside leader, but it worked out good. There was good sort of mid race sort of speed that went on, and he relaxed relatively well when that happened. And look, he got the job done. Probably like David said in the call, it's a confidence boosting win he needed.
Yeah, it certainly was. And you're right too. That last start at Sunshine Coast. Going back to the 1400 from the 1800 is a task in itself, but he just seemed to be on that bit of a slower lane on the other side of the crown.
100% when the rail's out 10, and we thought his run was still really good that day. So look, we come here relatively confident from a good gate, and Jimmy gave him a really good run.
All right, well done, Bailey.
Thank you.
All right, we'll head back to Don in the studio.
Deserve that. Yeah, everybody deserves that.
Joy and starting on good luck.